And away we go here at Mohegan. Ashlyn Shade will bring it up. And KK Arnold going to get some run at the point this year in place of Paige Beckers now in the WNBA. AZ Fudd the touch pass. Strong works it back. Shade a three. And it rolls off, crashing the glass, Boston College.
There's a lot of excitement. Everyone's going to stand traditionally. UConn fans don't sit until the first basket.
Swing it, and BC is on the board first. Kayla Rolfe, the senior from Great Falls, Virginia, transferred in from William and Mary after 3 years, but the Tribe led them to a CAA tournament title. Fudd off a healthy offseason, poised for a great grad year. Sarah Williams, the Wisconsin transfer, rolls it up and in.
That's a good look for Sarah, really trying to establish herself in the post. She should have the advantage as BC is short in the front court.
The 6'4" big moved to Toronto from Brooklyn back in 2018. Arnold to steal, kick it out, Shade. Two good looks from three for Ashlyn Shade, the junior from Noblesville, Indiana. Coming off Big East 6th Woman of the Year honors in the championship run.
I went to UConn practice the other day, and this is the one thing that we saw at practice was them trying to play at a different pace, a different higher tempo.
Sharp shooting once again by Rolfe, who was 34% last season, hit 53 threes in her 94 career games at William & Mary.
Ralph said, I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf. Let's go in here and get a bucket.
One of 6 transfers. That was pretty. Along the baseline, Sarah Strong. Wow.
She's so good. And if you thought she was good last year, wait till you see her this year.
Here's Tomlinson. We talked to Coach Mack before the game, and she said she's got a big heart for a small size at 5'4". Guarded by Shade. Lead inside. UConn the double team and a jump ball. Eagles last year went 16 and 18, just 6 and 12 in the ACC.
See Sarah try to get the tap out, but then that leaves wide open for three. And then Sarah said, whatever you could do, I could do better. With a little fadeaway, one leg up.
We saw plenty of that as the National Freshman of the Year. AP second team All-American Sarah Strong, and there's Sarah Williams, the two Sarahs. That is going to be
twin Sarahs.
An insane front line.
Spelled differently. You can almost differentiate it, Sarah and Sarah.
S-E-R-A for Sarah Williams, formerly of Wisconsin. And the Huskies worked on their trap defense and swarming the perimeter in shoot-around this morning. They come up with the stop. Eagles 2 3-pointers made in the first 2 minutes, lead it by 2 in this exhibition matchup. First meeting between these two schools in 20 years. Have to go back to 2005.
Dang! I think I was on that team.
Sarah Strong working on the post and runs it home.
Sarah, you can just see how comfortable she is in the post.
Strong coming off a freshman campaign. She scored 657 points. Just the second Husky after Maya Moore to score 600 plus as a rookie.
That's who she modeled her game after. Not a bad person to model your game after.
Not at all. Hall of Famer, Maya Moore. Nice lob again. Strong's up to 6. Hey, she's only a sophomore, by the way. Plenty of time and stores left for Sarah Strong.
I mean, she's so good. It's unbelievable, just the discipline that she has and how she's able to read the floor so well as a sophomore.
Rolfe has had the hot hand for BC, all 6 points. 23 in the maroon jersey. High post. Amira Anderson back to Rolfe. Crashing the glass. Sarah Williams, but a steal. Athena Tomlinson. Stuck in traffic, nowhere to go. And Shade the theft. Blocking foul committed by Boston College. Superb energy here at Mohegan Sun Arena.
You know, all year, whether it's been NBA games and college games, they have been really intense and really active. And this has been a great start for an exhibition game. I think it's a really great way for BC to see how they measure up against the national champs, knowing that they're going to face stiff competition all year throughout the ACC.
There's no other, maybe not a better way to just get thrown into the fire for Coach Mack.
Just go in there and see how it's going to be. Test the water out. This may be your starting lineup today, but it might not be tomorrow.
Coach Mack, she learned the hard way when she coached at UAlbany prior to her time at the Conti Forum. Fought on the cup. She joked and said we drew UConn in the NCAA tournament in 2017, and she thought there was no way we were going to get UConn because of how successful we were compared to other mid-majors. So she's got a little bone to pick with Gino, but she respects him dearly.
Absolutely. And she said it out loud, too. Said it to the players. Like, there's no way.
Erin Haupt, redshirt senior from Danville, Illinois, coughs it up. Push pass by Strong, knocked out of bounds by BC. And it's Connecticut basketball. 4+ minutes gone by in this exhibition matchup put on by the Basketball Hall of Fame. Huskies 12-time champions, the 6-time men's champions. Play later tonight. Fudd, midi, and the foul!
And that's one thing that AZ Fudd does really well, is just getting to her spots and raising up and shooting over everyone. She has probably one of the purest jump shots ever.
That mid-range looks familiar. We saw that quite a bit in the run last year by Paige Beckers.
Absolutely. Paige and AZ, 1-2 punch right there.
AZ graduated in May 2024 with a bachelor's degree in communication, currently pursuing a Master of Business Administration degree. Most outstanding player from last year's run. Had to deal with some injuries along the way. This is the most healthy she's been since her freshman campaign in Stores. Assuming more of a leadership role, becoming more vocal, something she did from the bench. Now she wants to lead by example more so. And a foul committed on the three-point shooter in the pocket. Boston College will get free throws. It's Jocelyn Greer, the freshman from Charlotte, who will go to the line. Foul was on Sarah Williams. Changes for Coach Oriema. Blanca Quinones will check in, the freshman from Ecuador, the first Connecticut player from Ecuador and South America.
I'm really interested to see how she's going to play. Super long and athletic, can probably play inside and out. And a great addition to the team.
She competed most recently in Magnolia Basket in Italy's Serie A1 league. UConn run ends at 11-0 thanks to the free throw by Jocelyn Greer. Coach Mack was excited to have her on campus so soon. She was supposed to be a commit for next year's class, but decided to come a year early. 13-7. Huskies in front. Open shooter, it's Heckel. Crashing the glass, Fudd knocked away, outlet pass, Greer on the run out, and runs out of real estate.
BC coming back in the man right now. Was in the zone a little bit in the possession before, but picking up a man.
AZ Fudd has 5 first quarter points. Strong fires. She is human. This is for the first time today.
I kind of don't think she is human. Every machine has a malfunction every once in a while.
We will step aside from Mohegan Sun Arena, the Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition event. Huskies in front of the Eagles, 13-7.
Behind it, the year coming up. He says sometimes when you go into the next season, a lot of the team, they try to sprint to the NCAA tournament because they already know what it's like to get there, so they don't necessarily hone in on these regular season games. And that's why even a game like this, an early exhibition game, matters. He calls this a dress rehearsal, getting to see and get a feel for some of these new gals out here on the court, seeing what leaders get to emerge themselves, because captains aren't being named right now, but that could change, as head coach Gino Auriemma mentioned. He says the goal is not trying to race through the season, make every regular season game count, and make sure that we really set this foundation early on so we do set ourselves up for success later down the road.
Okay, Kayla, thank you very much. And so far, so good for Coach Auriemma. His team 6 for 10 from the floor. They've generated some good looks from 3, but to Kayla's point, yes, 5 newcomers with 2 transfers, 3 freshmen, but of the players returning, Ash, roles have changed. So it almost feels like you are a new player based on how your role changes.
Right, and at UConn, it's really like the people who are there, they kind of set the tone, they set the pace, and then they become the leaders of the team. So you're going to look for the AZ Fuds and Sarah Strong, even as a sophomore, becoming a leader of this team, Ashley Shea. And what you're going to see is just them being more vocal, being more animated, and being more of the people that's going to get everybody going.
Early story in this game, 6 turnovers committed by Boston College, and UConn has made them pay with 9 points off of them. Not sure what we have going on here. There's some stoppage behind the basket. Our officiating crew today, led by Brenda Pantoja, Mark Resch, and Linda Miles.
Coach doesn't know what's happening either. He's like, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey,
let's get this thing going.
Exhibition games, Coach, not just for you, but for all involved.
You better get
Shake
it right.
off the cobwebs before they do the real thing in 3 weeks. UConn officially opens 3 weeks from tomorrow against Southern Connecticut. Quinones, the drive, flips it, missed it strong. Heads up board by Jocelyn Greer. A couple of 3-pointers by Kayla Rolfe in this one to put the Eagles on the board. Kaya Henderson, the Ohio State transfer, 11 in maroon, has the dribble handoff back. 4.5 to go in this first quarter. And a steal by the Huskies. Chase it down. Kaylee Heckel. Missed lay. The follow goes for Ali Zabel.
That's a great defensive play. Just getting everybody right back into the play and getting a fast break.
15-7, Connecticut in front. Henderson. Shot clock down to 10. Tiani McDaniel, another transfer for Boston College, plows in there and drew contact. The grad student from Georgetown College in Kentucky. Boston College, her 4th stop going to the line.
And this is a great take, getting into the paint and creating contact and getting to the line.
So more free throws for the Eagles. Ice Brady committed the foul on the UConn side.
This is a really interesting lineup for UConn. You have 3 really tall players in the front court, and Sarah could potentially play to 3 in this lineup.
What's the key offensively? We'll watch it with bigs in terms of the spacing.
Well, right now, you just want to have a lot of spacing because they're going to go back in the zone on a made basket. So just be prepared. Get into the high post area so you're able to flash and maybe get a potential high-low. Maybe get a ball coming to us.
And 3 players, like to your point, 3 players on the floor, at least 6'2". Sarah Strong, 6'2". Ice Brady, 6'3". And Blanca Quinones at 6'2".
This is probably one of the biggest lineups I've seen UConn have in a long time, since Stewie, Samuelson, and Collier was in the lineup.
Wow.
They were tall, and these ladies are pretty tall.
Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition event. Doubleheader here on NBC Sports Boston at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. The men's teams will duel UConn and Boston College. Open triple to third for BC. Jocelyn Greer rips the courts.
This BC team, if this is how they're going to play throughout the regular season, they have a lot to work with because they're feisty, competitive, and just getting after it.
And Sarah Strong with the answer.
She's so calm and so patient. Just no one ever seems to really get in her space to bother her.
Strong last year led the Huskies in field goal percentage, 59%, shot 39% from downtown. She is 4 of 5 in this first quarter, 9 points. The sophomore excelling in year 2. Greer, step through and a foul. Allie Zabel.
Just BC, just being aggressive, taking the shots when you have them. And Jocelyn Greer just nailing it, and Sarah coming right back at him and nailing a 3 from the corner.
Not too shabby, Sarah Strong. Looks to be in mid-season form.
I don't ever think she gets out of form. She's always in mid-season form.
So you're gloating about Sarah Strong, and there's been a ton of great players that have made their way through stores. What about Sarah, to you specifically, jumps off the stat sheet that excites you as an alum?
Well, for one, I've never seen a player not get rattled being at the Final Four. The Final Four is just one of those places where you play. If you've never been there before, you're excited and kind of your emotions can get the best of you. Sarah was the calmest person I've ever seen play in the Final Four game.
Could not put it back in on the offensive rebound. Tomlinson shifty into a free throw line chase. Swish. The sophomore from Fresno, California. And Tomlinson, sneak attack, missed the lay. And rebounded by UConn. KK Arnold speeds up the floor.
This Tomlinson is very feisty and aggressive, getting steals.
Leads to a post touch and a finish by Ice Brady.
And that's how you have to attack the zone, is getting into the high post and looking for the high-low.
Full court pressure by Gino Oriema's club. KK Arnold expected to take over as a primary ball handler. A pest defensively. Strong thought about the pass, does it herself. 11 points for Sarah Strong.
And she's just so good at that tap out without fouling and creating opportunities for transition buckets.
1:20 left in this opening quarter. UConn 22, Boston College 16. No hesitation to fire, and a block by Strong. Tomlinson slips it in there. Rolfe couldn't bank it. And UConn comes up with the stop. KK Arnold on the rack attack, deflected by Rolfe. Zabel, mid-range. And over the back foul committed by the BC Eagles.
You can see Sarah with the tap out, taps it right to Ice Brady, and just simple getting it in for an easy bucket.
Sarah Strong has been everywhere in this first quarter. 2 steals with the 11 points. There's the BC turnover problem. Last season, Boston College committed the 4th most turnovers per game in the ACC, just shy of 17. Coach Mack realizes there will be some growing pains with 11 new players, just 2 returners.
But again, Coach Mack is going to set a great culture, being the longest tenured coach in the ACC. And really, you know, she's bringing like-minded players together and setting the tempo, setting the way that she wants to play. And she knows that there's going to be ups and downs throughout the course of the season, but it's very, very important for them to stay together.
She acknowledged we are undersized in the front court, but have exciting young pieces in the backcourt. And we've already seen that with Tomlinson and her speed, Greer as a shot maker.
And Anderson hasn't even gotten into the play yet.
Did Anderson get tickets to the game?
I mean, but she's coming though. That's funny.
You got that, right?
I did get that. I mean, there's not very many jokes that you can pull that I'm not going to get.
There's the coaching record for Coach Mack. 14 years overall as a head coach. just the third Boston College head coach to reach 100+ wins, which adds perspective that it's difficult to get the job done in a very crowded ACC, 18 schools. Boston College made that transition 2 decades ago from the Big East. Anderson took a few dribbles, double team, and UConn's defense could lead to more offense. Flood up the other end to Sarah Williams. Finger point to reward the nice dish.
Absolutely, and that's great defense. Anderson, just really young, hasn't played against a team like UConn yet, and just really needs to be patient, trying to get that ball inside.
Ellie Carmody draws the foul. UConn did have one to give with 8.4 left in the first. Eleanor Trout, 6'3" freshman, to get it in for the Eagles. Amira Anderson, a player Coach Mack is very excited about. Anderson gets it back, heaves it. Carmody just a bit too late. UConn used an 11-0 run. One, Brendan Glasheen with the former 3-time champion at UConn. Ashley Battle, Caleb Burton on the sidelines. It still excites you when you hear 3-time champion.
It does, absolutely. You missed Defensive Player of the Year too. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, you space out the accolades, okay? We've got a full 3 quarters to go.
I'm just saying.
You are not a humble bragger. McGee came pedaling in and drew the foul. Ava McGee, one of the 2 returners for Boston College. Last year, though, she did not play due to injury. So the only player that saw the floor for Boston College in 24-25 was Athena Tomlinson. McGee in the active shooting from Washington, D.C.
And you could see Tomlinson's, how she's being a leader on the court and really trying to be Coach Mack out there and direct everybody where they need to be, where they need to go, and the pace. She just sets the tempo of which BC like to play at.
Lead on-court story for UConn, 8 steals in this ball game so far, and Sarah Strong has scored or assisted on 17 of the Huskies' 26 points. Fudd at the controls. Strong outlet to Fudd. 2-player game, like we saw last March. On the swing, pretty good look. Sarah Williams clogs the paint, and last one to touch it. Boston College ball.
Right, and that'd be good for Sarah to just, Sarah Williams that is, to catch it and just go straight back up with it, don't bring it down. But again, the Huskies want to play at a faster pace, pressing off of dead balls, and setting the tempo. I mean, I don't really think they've done this since I've played there, like press like this.
Why do you think the change? Why do you think Gino, is it the personnel? He thinks this group fits that identity?
Yes,
and play that way?
And they have a lot of bodies. So they may have...
This is, wow, tenacious effort by UConn here.
They may have up to 10 players that they can play on any given night. So that's going to be, you're going to be able to rotate players in and out quickly and to keep people fresh.
There are the 25-26 Huskies. Arnold, Strong, Fudd out there. Williams as well. Fudd in and out. Williams climbs the ladder, and a late whistle. So Sarah Williams, the Wisconsin transfer, former Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, is going to head to the free throw line. I think what's interesting, Williams put up great numbers at Wisconsin in her 3-year career, 16 points a game, 9 rebounds. How does she learn now, though? She's not going to get as many touches playing with other great players at UConn.
Right, absolutely. And it's going to be an adjustment period for her, a slight learning curve. But she can impact in so many different ways. You know, you said that she was the Defensive Player of the Year. So make her mark, protect the paint, also clean up the boards, which you've seen she's been doing here and getting putbacks. And they're going to call her number. And when they do, she needs to be ready and able to score.
UConn by 11. Ludicrous speed by Tomlinson to start the break, and Greer puts it home. rather, pardon me, that's McGee who puts it in. Same pink sneakers for both of them. Fudd on the skip. Paint touch, Sarah Williams on cue.
Again, like Sarah has the height advantage inside, so whenever she gets the ball, it's a way for her to really be dominant down there.
McGee motors, but plucked out of bounds by Fudd. 10 turnovers for Boston College. In this one, 9 UConn steals. Still BC ball on this trip. Coach Mack engaged with the sideline. Realizes this is not, no continuity this year, just 2 returning players. One did not play in McGee all of last season. There's excitement though, and McGee's shot is rejected. Ashlyn Shade up the other end, Fudd. Williams. Straight up defense by Boston College.
That's a great defense by Boston College. I think Williams should really, she has that left side, just go straight up as Tomlin banks it in.
Tomlinson banking 3 on the pull-up.
Said it's not a holiday. Banks open.
Strong dashes in. She knew exactly what she wanted to do before the ball got to her lap.
You could venture to say that that was a foul too, them holding her arm.
13 for Sarah Strong. McGee, bully ball, feed it. Not gonna go there for Kira Edmonds. KK Arnold, kick it, Fudd. Easy Fudd with 5 in this exhibition event. Tomlinson, jump pass in the paint. Carmody banks it home. Boston College is hanging around. 32-22, our score here at Mohegan Sun Arena.
And they're doing that by pushing tempo, getting the ball into the middle of the court, and really putting pressure on UConn's defense.
So pure by Sarah Strong. That jump shot, very smooth.
You know where she got that from?
You or her mom?
Her mom,
oh, okay.
For sure. Definitely not me.
Shades of Tina Charles. KK Arnold. And the foul.
As you see it, they are a lot of pressure, a lot of just being a leader on the court. I think picking up from where they left.
In her sophomore year, the command that she has, the maturity that she has, is that something that you're seeing her taking that next leap in terms of an overall leader?
I think that she's really focused on improving, being a better player. She has great supporting cast around her, with her to be on this journey. I think that's why you come to UConn, so that you can be one amongst many wonderful players, and in AZ and KK and all of them really, and especially the transfers, they have a great group of women who hopefully will compete for another title. I think that's the goal.
I know you were traveling with her in this offseason. What was that like for you?
It was great. Great chance to get some downtime for her. We were able to get back to Spain, where she was born, and then take a quick trip to the Virgin Islands. And, she did a national team stint, which was great. So, it was a good summer overall.
Congratulations to both of you guys. And if you guys didn't know this, Allison was pregnant with Sarah in her belly when you were out there playing on the professional basketball court. So if she could do that as a pregnant mama, you can only imagine the upside that your daughter has in store.
I hope that means a little something for her in the future. Hope she gets back to the W court. I know that's one of her goals.
I believe that just might happen, considering she got Freshman Player of the Year. Allison, thank you so much for your time. Congrats to your daughter, and good luck to you guys this season.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It'll be fun.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Kayla, great stuff. Allison Feaster played in the WNBA from 1998 to 2008. Harvard standout. And she had Sarah, as Kayla had brought up, in Spain. And then years later, Allison Feaster got desperate and called Ashley Battle to come babysit Sarah.
Yes, because that's exactly what happened. I used to babysit Sarah Strong in Spain. Allison and I played together in Lyon. And we had a great time, and whenever she and her husband at the time, Danny, wanted to have a date night, yours truly was called babysitter extraordinaire, Ashley Battle.
You're a great friend, and I mean that.
Look at you.
Congratulations to Sarah Strong and her family off a great campaign, but she wants greatness. Tiani McDaniel for 2 and the foul. Boston College is hanging around in this first half, midway point. Playing fast, up and down style, despite being undersized in this one.
Again, first things first, you got to stop the ball. And she just goes in. Tiani goes in and takes it, gets the and one.
McDaniel from Las Vegas cashes in at the free throw line. And it's 39-27. UConn defensively with 10 steals in this first half. And talk about efficiency, 52% shooting. They led the nation last year in field goal percentage. 16 buckets, 14 assists. High percentage looks. Nunez with the kick and intercepted. McDaniel on the break.
And that's just being young from Quinones and just not knowing, where to be at yet and how to get the passes there. The pace is probably a little bit different, a little bit faster.
Heckle is trapped. A little heckling by Boston College. It's a jump ball.
I see what you did there.
And after the tie-up, we need the floor to be wiped. Great effort. Everyone being put to work today here at Mohegan Sun for this Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition. Great to have you with us here on NBC Sports Boston. Coverage tonight. Men's programs go to battle. UConn and Boston College at 7 Eastern. Tomlinson, the shiftiness on display. Kick it out. McDaniel knocks down a 3.
McDaniel's filling it. Getting to the line, getting and ones, getting threes. And Tomlinson is just doing a really great job of getting 2 feet in the paint.
Boston College has made 5 threes. They averaged 6.5 last year. Easy 2 on the other end for Heckle. The USC transfer went to Southern California as a top 15 player in the nation. Her favorite player growing up, Sue Bird. She grew up in Greenwich, Connecticut. She made her way from the West Coast to the East Coast. Fisher, the outlet, swing it. Paint touch. Patterson. Got the defense in the air. And a foul after the pass. Oh, it's a 3-second call.
Tomlinson just doing a really great job getting into the paint, and that just leaves a wide open shot for McDaniels. And then the pass, the vision from the freshman. Nice, easy reverse layup for Heckle. That's a pretty cool last name.
Heckle?
Yeah, like you could play with that as a fan.
A lot to work with. 4-time New York State All-State selection. Heckle played her high school ball at Long Island Lutheran. Nicknamed K9. Hence the jersey number 9. Fudd the box out.
I see it.
Here she is with the rock. Extra. UConn shooting north of 50%, but just 2 of 12 from 3 in this first half. Huskies last year made 8.5 threes a game.
And they're getting the looks that they want to get from 3. Mainly uncontested shots. They just have to knock them down.
Tough shot there by Amira Anderson, ripped down by Ayanna Patterson. Seeing the court for the first time in 2 full seasons. Breakaway attempt. Nunez cannot knock it down. Boston College the other way. In rhythm 3. Grabbed by Fisher. 3v3. Pull up.
I was talking to Coach about Blanca, and he said that she had a lot of Svetlana Abrosimova in her. Never saw a shot she didn't like.
Here comes Caroline Ducharme. Redshirt senior gets a nice ovation in for AZ Fudd. Ducharme, 5th year with the Huskies. She has looked forward to this. She's dealt with some injuries in her career, but is poised for a breakout campaign to really make her mark on the court. Has been part of the fabric, getting the team engaged from a locker room standpoint, but wants to make her presence felt on the court. Communicating in the back end defensively. After UConn came up empty on that trip.
Absolutely, this is a really great opportunity for her. I know her family's here, and you know, she's had a lot of injuries, concussions, and just to be able to come back out on the floor again is very terrific for her.
Heckel, Fisher, Ducharme, Quinones, and El Alfi on the floor for the Huskies. The freshman from Ecuador, Quinones, with the finish. 43-30. UConn in front. Boston College has hit 5 3-pointers. board. Anderson, but swiped by Ducharme. Pushing the ball. Fisher. Oh. Ducharme with the skip. May have passed up a look. Take it now. And after some late hustle, Boston College players shaken up on the baseline.
Looks like Tomlinson.
What an energizer on the floor, and Tomlinson is going to head to the locker room with Boston College training staff. Not quite, she'll take a seat. It's such an exciting watch for you at home.
Absolutely. I hope it's not too serious.
43, Boston College 30. Greer and McGee in the backcourt. Trout, 33, in maroon. And it's Anderson and Henderson on the floor for Boston College. Up fake, Anderson, slide to the left. Box out by Quinones. Heckel takes matters into her own hands. Ducharme. Crowd wanted that one. Quinones. Foul over the back. We discussed with Coach Mack the other day in our pregame call that UConn has the size advantage, so fouls starting to add up in the paint.
Absolutely. This is another tall lineup in for UConn, and you have to just get a body and try to box out as much as you can in order to try to get some rebounds.
2 for 1 potentially here for UConn. Sarah Strong played a bulk of this first half, played the entire first quarter and first few minutes of the second quarter, 15 points. Sarah Williams, the Wisconsin transfer, with 10 points. So the two bigs, the two Sarahs, with 25 of the team's 43.
Twin Sarahs. I'm trying to make it stick.
We gotta work on that. That's what it's for, though.
It's preseason for everybody.
Really. We're here to document the action, but why not do both? Officials get everyone situated as UConn tries to run out of this stack set. Ducharme out of reach, and the Huskies turn it over for an 8th time. Boston College 13 turnovers in this first 20 minutes.
Well, I know that's one thing Coach is going to harp on at halftime, is just really the
Valuing
turnovers. Valuing the ball, the turnover quickly and effectively.
Game clock at 28 seconds, shot clock at 18 seconds. Here in this exhibition event, Boston College and UConn meeting for the first time in 20 years in a game setting. McDaniel drops it off, 3 ball. Chased down by Ducharme. Shot clock is off. UConn can hold for the final shot. Heckel pulls up. Chased down by McGee. 2 seconds. Deflection by UConn once again. Side out. .8. UConn's duo inside, the newly formed duo, sophomore Sarah Strong and the senior transfer Sarah Williams combined for 25 of the team's 43 points. And UConn has a 13-point lead in this Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition at the end of the first 20 minutes. The game of capture the flag.
Oh my goodness. It's like between her and Indiana Fever, she tore her ACL.
Ari McDonald.
Yes, like they're just two of the fastest people with the ball.
But they play with so much heart.
So much heart.
For a small person.
You just want them to be on your team.
UConn fans rise to their feet per tradition to start the half. Pass intended for Fudd. It's fumbled at the line. Still plenty of time for the Huskies.
But there's a lineup change with the Huskies too. Kaylee Heckel starting the second half over Ashlyn Shade.
Shade, 2 years ago, Big East Freshman of the Year, was awarded Big East 6th Woman of the Year in the championship run this past season. Heckel, the USC transfer, a true sophomore. Pass to Strong, bank is open. So smooth, 17 for Sarah Strong.
And no KK Arnold to start the second half either. You have Blanca Quinones in.
Tinkering this time of year.
Tinkering, got to figure it out. You may not start with the lineup you're going to finish with, but this is all a test run for everybody.
You said this, really, I think for both coaches. Coach Mack, third longest tenured head coach at Boston College, in the ACC that is, in her 8th year. Gino, year 41, he's been doing this a long time, as many of you know. They have a lot of depth. I think both teams have demonstrated their depth, and you said this particularly about UConn. They have the luxury of maneuvering the puzzle pieces.
They do. They have the ability to play 10 if need be. And I don't know when he's had that luxury in a long time. It's been a long time since he had that luxury. And the one thing that you're going to see different lineups, and this is one that they want to see how well they work as AZ.
That's a 3 for AZ Fudd. Led the Huskies a year ago, shot 44% from 3, drilled 79 of them. The Final Four most outstanding player, feeling healthy and at her best on the court. Nowhere to go in the paint for Anderson, clogged. UConn big, standing tall. Anderson rotates up top and hits. 6th Boston College 3.
As Anderson finally gets one to go down, nobody around her, didn't have to force it, knocked it in.
Skip pass by Fudd. Heckel extra strong. And the foul whistled from up top. We're going the other way. It's against Connecticut. Once again, though, good ball movement by the Huskies. Boston College capitalized on their open look from 3, and pretty good looking set after a skip pass by Fudd.
Right, and they're getting the looks, just like Coach Oriema said at the half. They're getting the looks that they want. They just have to knock them down.
3/4 court. Good sign. Athena Tomlinson back in there. 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. This is an exhibition event. 3 weeks from now, the games count for real.
Tomlinson's built like Mighty Mouse. You remember that cartoon? Like, she's so strong and just so tiny. Like, her legs are built like a running back.
McGee travels, a sense of urgency with the shot clock dwindling to 3 seconds. So another Boston College turnover, now up to 14 in the game. Point guard duties now for Kaylee Heckel, mostly off the ball in the first half. Directs traffic. Guarded by McDaniel. Skip pass. Fudd. Make it rain. Azzi is back.
Yes, sir. That was just such great ball movement in rotation. A lot of touch passes to get Azzi Fudd an open look in the corner.
Azzi Fudd had 5 in the first half. She now has 6 in the first 3 minutes of the second half. McDaniel, the spray. Anderson left it short, chased down by Heckel. Off to the races. Heckel, a little bully ball. And we're going the other way. How about this sequence?
UConn doing a great job of just getting the ball out and touch passes to Azzi Fudd, knowing where she's going to be in the corner, wide open for a 3. I knew she wasn't going to not make 3s for a long time. It was coming.
Hey, mom, Allison Feaster, brought up how her daughter has aspirations to be in the league. That had a look of Aaliyah Boston, the touch passes she makes.
For sure.
As a post presence. I know she played at the bad place, South Carolina.
I mean, it's
you
not,
Husky fans.
I mean, we like Dawn. I like Dawn. South Carolina runs a great program. I am a UConn loyalist, though. There's no denying that.
Nice look for Greer. By the way, really tough news for South Carolina that Chloe Kitts is going to miss the season due to injury. I wish her the best in her recovery. Here's McGee from inside the line. That's a factor, though. That's a big development. South Carolina right up there at the top. Fun again! Corner pocket is hers!
But that was such a great screen, back screen from Sarah. Getting Fudd open in the corner.
Biggest lead of the game. UConn by 19. An 11-5 spurt in the first 3.5 minutes. Shot clock down to 8. Long trip for the Huskies. Here's Fudd. Heckel into Strong. And pushed by McGee.
Again, what was so great about this play is you see the back screen from Sarah Strong, and it just leaves Fudd wide open. They're going to play zone, so you have to look at these opportunities to set back screens, to get into the high post area, and to take advantage and create a 2-on-1 opportunity against the zone.
Azzi Fudd with all 3 of her 3-pointers consecutively. Strong dribble drive. Quinones. Work it in the post. Rolls off the iron. Second chance opportunity. Williams makes her presence felt. Hard to miss her at 6'4". Earns a trip to the line.
She is a tall one out there. Really can establish position, getting offensive rebounds and putbacks.
Williams, a solid free throw shooter last year at 78%, one of 5 new additions, 2 transfers. Sharing the floor with Heckel at the early point of this second half. And the 3 freshmen. And ascending roles for other juniors on this UConn roster under Coach Auriemma. I was curious when Kayla interviewed him prior to heading to the locker room if he would be. I thought he was actually in pretty good spirits.
He was really in good spirits.
Mood.
I mean, and that's saying a lot. He's Papagino now, right? But I mean, I think he's taking it and knowing that there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and this is a learning experience for UConn right now to see where they stand as well, because they want to be the best team in the country throughout the year.
Superb pass. Break up there by the Huskies. Fudd pushes ahead to Strong, and she's like, come on.
She's like, is that for me? Who's that too?
All right, Azzi said my bad. She'll take the hit on that one. Besides the block shot, Boston College executes to perfection on the press break.
They've done a really great job of handling UConn's pressure.
I would agree.
I don't know if that was something that they prepared for, but they are, I mean, they have really quick guards, so they're able to just really blow by people with the dribble.
This is technically a neutral site game, but A lot of UConn fans here. Boston College just 3-10 on the road last year. They are rising up. And there's a rise up for three by Tiani McDaniel. Another triple for Boston College, now 7 in the game.
And she's kind of single-handedly keeping Boston College in the game with her three-point shooting.
This program was just 6-12 in the ACC a year ago, 12th out of 18 teams, and just 2 returning players. And this BC team is gelling, not backing down, but UConn has owned this quarter thanks to AZ Fudd giving it another go in search of back-to-back. 55-38, Huskies in front of the Eagles.
How impressed are you?
They're being so young still, like they're so good, but I can't wait to see them when we get to our tournament time.
It must be nice being able to see your former team in your backyard while also being the general manager of the Connecticut Sun. How is it balancing both being a GM but also getting to enjoy the ride with your Huskies?
Yeah, I think it's awesome that I get to be a GM in Connecticut. Yeah, I'm sure the smile went away when he went in the locker room today, so I'm sure that's going to be short-lived for sure. But he is nicer now, so maybe you get a little bit more smiles.
Noted. Ash, Papagino. Morgan, thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Papagino is definitely nicer now. Morgan has told no lies.
And AZ Fudd drills yet another three-pointer. She's 4 for 4 from deep in the quarter.
Morgan tells no lies.
And she's up to 12 of the team's 15 points in this third quarter.
Again, they ran an elevator play. She missed that same shot earlier in the game, but was able to connect as she gets a steal right now.
Someone else wants a turn. Shade, give it up. AZ Fudd in August assisted Steph Curry at his SC30 select camp. He beat Steph and Seth in a three-point contest. AZ Fudd
I'm not surprised.
showing out the campers.
I'm not surprised. I mean, AZ has just the perfect form, the perfect shot. And I guarantee you, if Steph said, if you want to learn how to shoot a shot, like you'd probably want to model her shot versus trying to model her shot.
Yeah, the form is beautiful. Arnold, AZ again. Yes! 5 three-pointers for AZ Fudd in this quarter.
She woke up after the half, that's for sure. Welcome back, AZ Fudd.
20-piece for Fudd. Picking up where she left off as Final Four most outstanding player. Helps Arnold on the double team. Under 3 to go in this quarter. Greer, mid-range jumper. By the way, great to see Morgan Tuck getting out of the office to watch some basketball, and kind of like what you'll be doing later for the men's game. She can do some scouting and maybe find some future pro prospects.
I am on double duties here today.
It's also not a maybe for Morgan. There are definitely some pro prospects in this game today.
For sure, there's multiple pro prospects here today. And some that's probably on the bench as well that's not even playing that much.
Gino had 3 players from last year's team head to the WNBA draft, including #1 overall pick, Rookie of the Year, Paige Beckers. There's a Paige jersey. Brian Gino. UConn leads it 61-40. And a steal. Blanca Quinones, the freshman.
Great job of Blanca just getting into the pass lanes. She's long and athletic, can handle the rock, and you're going to see a lot of her this year.
4 points for Blanca. First UConn women's basketball player from Ecuador and South America. McGee with the response. Buries it.
And that's keeping them in the game. It's a three-point shot.
No kidding. 8 of them now.
8 of them. If they're going to continue to come back, they're going to want to hit some more of those.
Good for Ava McGee. Did not play all of last year. And you go back 2 years ago, played in just 9 games. Health has not been on her side. Loose balls, they're diving for them. Oh no, and an injury to
KK.
KK Arnold is down on the deck. There's a bit of an awkward pause there for UConn in that sequence, and KK is back to her feet. She takes on a big role this year as a ball handler and returns to Coach Oriema's program as one of their best defenders. They will need her to make another run.
Right, and the next step for KK is just being consistent on the offensive end. That's making the right reads, hitting open shots, and just really like, playing with pace, but knowing when to slow down and knowing when to go, that stop and go action. And that, I think that will really make the difference in her game.
Allie Zabel, the sophomore from Wisconsin, checks in. Two-time Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year. Arnold to the punt. Fudd handles the rock. Pass was deflected. Quinones tried to stick with it, but a theft by Greer. BC breaks the timeline. Anderson lets it fly. Fouled, shooting the three. Let's see who they punish on the UConn end.
Sarah Strong.
Sarah. There's some guilt in her body language.
Yeah, she knew she got her.
You know Gino's high on body language.
Anderson does a really great job getting to her spot, and Sarah tries not to hit her, but got her anyways.
Strong and Quinones out. Sarah Williams, Ice Brady now form the front court duo for UConn. Amira Anderson at the free throw line, freshman from Stafford, Virginia. We talked to Coach Mack on the phone ahead of this game, and my goodness, her smile was beaming through the Zoom camera about how excited she is about Amira Anderson and what she can do to impact her program.
Right, she just talked about how much energy she brings and how much she's just going to influence this team just with her way and just how she is on the court and how much joy she brings to the game.
She balances the confidence and the cockiness perfectly, walks that fine line.
Walks the fine line. I know a few people that does that.
That's you, for sure. I knew you were going with that one. Fudd has drilled 5 threes in the quarter. Extra pass. Someone else gets a turn now. It's Ashlyn Shade.
And Ashlyn, she struggled a little bit earlier in this game, so it's good to see her knock one in.
Shade has 2 3-pointers, and didn't we say, or didn't we hypothesize that UConn liked its looks in the first half? You'd think some are bound to go down in the second half. They've hit 6 threes in half number 2, 5 of them by Fudd. Quick response by the Eagles. Little high-low, Williams gets the final touch.
Williams did a great job that entire possession, posting up, pushing up the lane, and finally getting on a high-low.
Daniel at the point. Shot clock is off for Boston College. Anderson looks to squeeze by, and a reach in by Zabel. That puts UConn over the limit. So Zabel heads to the line.
And they're going to have games where it's like that because they're just being uber aggressive in the traps and trying to get in the passing lane, trying to get tips. And sometimes you're just not going to get them. And there's going to be actions where you foul.
Pardon me, Zabel committed the foul, so Daniel is at the line. Boston College as a team, 10 of 14 at the line. McDaniel, one of 11 newcomers, one of 6 transfers to join the Boston College program. Despite a lopsided score, they trailed by just 13 at halftime. They have battled in this game. Their guard play has been exceptional, playing a fast brand of basketball. Can UConn respond? Williams, the up fake, drives to the basket for 2. As the buzzer sounds. Sarah Williams, welcome to Connecticut. Today's presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Greatness lives inside. AZ Fudd put on a show in the third quarter in front of many Husky fans. 20 points, 5 made threes, all in the third. UConn leads Boston College in this Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition event, 70-49. Let's send it over to Kayla Burton. Some sharp shooting by Fun in the summer, Kayla.
Yeah, I wonder where she gets that from or who she gets that from. It may be a guy by the name of Steph Curry, because those two have had a relationship and even fostered that relationship this summer. They spent time together in China when Steph Curry hosted his first ever international version of the Steph Curry camp. AZ was telling me that not only does she and Steph have a very close relationship, but it was really telling how authentic he really is. Just being able to hang out with him, pick his brain, getting to know him not only on the court, but off the court. 10 days she spent in China. I asked her, how was the food like? She's like, hey, I've been in the hotel most of the time and just making sure that I'm working towards getting back to my game. So being in that relationship with Steph Curry from a basketball standpoint has helped.
Tina Charles and class of 2022, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, both members of the Connecticut Sun of the WNBA.
It's good to see them here repping for UConn, and not only repping for UConn, but also the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, they had a fun summer, it seems like, the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, they've been all over the place. That is a travel.
Was making a play that we didn't see any of it, but of course we did. And look at this WNBA Rookie of the Year history. Paige Beckers just won the award, and wow, look at that list.
Pretty darn good.
We might be watching one tonight, multiple. It's possible.
It's possible. Never say never.
Ali Zabel knocks down the three. UConn is finding the shooting touch in the second half. They made just 2 threes in the first 20 minutes. They've made 7 since the start of the second half. Too many steps and travel.
My girl has happy feet. Keep that puppy foot down.
What we've seen in this game today for Gino Auriemma, okay, we can beat you inside. Let's go to the 2 Sarahs, Williams and Strong, and then third quarter comes around. You don't guard your yard on the 3-point line. AZ Fudd's going to bury 5 3-pointers.
Right, and they could just beat you in a multitude of ways. And I think when the threes weren't falling, how are you going to score? You have to go in the post and knock down some shots.
There's McDaniel splash. 9 threes for BC.
And then, you know, you want to open it up. Now everybody's kind of crowding the paint, and now that just opens up your 3-point game. And again, it wasn't like UConn wasn't getting the looks. They were getting the open looks in the first half. They didn't necessarily do anything differently.
Heckel attempted to spin it up and in. Came up empty.
No, she ain't had no English on it. Gotta put that English on that ball, girl.
Carmody, nice idea, creates for McDaniel. Carmody chases for it. And runs out of real estate. Do you have English on your lace?
A little English. You already know. Sometimes I miss them though. But for the most part, the difficult ones, I was definitely making them. But one like that, that's right up my alley for one to make.
Ashley Battle, 3-time champion at UConn, former Big East Defensive Player of the Year. We said it off the top of our broadcast, the challenges of never mind winning one title, but then repeating. You have a 3-peat on your resume. But UConn this season is looking for its 7th repeat. Another 3-pointer. Shade gets a turn.
And every year it's different. I mean, the first year when we won in 2002, we had 3 Hall of Famers on that team. You know, Swin Cash.
Daniel lets out a roar, explodes to the bucket.
Swin Cash, Sue Bird, and Diana Taurasi is going to be a Hall of Famer. Agent Jones, Tamika Williams. That was half of the 2012 Olympic team right there. Again, getting inside and finishing. She is saying, not only can I shoot threes, but I could get down court, downhill, and score at the rim.
Pretend for a second, though, like you're a viewer or a fan. People think, okay, UConn's just going to be there at the end because that's what they do. But You really believe that? You genuinely mean it is different every year. Each team is its own entity.
Every year is different. I mean, that first year in 2002, if we didn't win, it would have been a travesty because we were just that good, and we blew everybody out by 1,000. The next year, no one believed in us. We lost 4 seniors. We had Diana. We were preseason 16, and everybody's like, they have Diana Taurasi, but who else? That was literally the headline. And we took that personally. and we went out and had something to prove, knowing that the seniors didn't do it all by themselves. And so we had a chip on our shoulders that entire year. And then the next year, now you have the target. People understand that you can play, but you've been there. You have the experience of playing in those big games. You have the experience of winning in those big games. And now all of that has to come into play because there's going to be tough times where you just don't know what's going to happen, and you're going to be down, and how do you come back and win?
Ducharme nearly just scored, and she's a great example of what you are talking about, a player that has a chip on her shoulder, her 5th year with the program, but has yet to really put together a full season. And I'm sure Gino Oriema will find the bulletin board material with Paige Becker's on her way out, Caitlin Chen, an impact player. Hey, we have new point guards here. Maybe they're overlooking you, AZ Fudd, or you, Sarah Strong.
For sure. He's going to have them right by the end of the year. But again, it's just going to be one day at a time, one game at a time. And like we were talking about earlier in the broadcast, like, even though this is an exhibition game, you're playing for the right to play in the national title game. You're practicing for the right to be there at the end. And that's what UConn basketball is all about. And that's why people come to UConn, because you want to have the right and the privilege to play at the end of the year.
Anderson at the stripe for the Boston College Eagles. Top 100 recruit in the class of 2025. Standout in the EYBL circuit. That's what impressed Coach Mack. Embodies the energy we want, her IQ, and the excitement she brings to the floor. Boston College turns it over, 76-55, 6:30 to go. KK Arnold runs the point now for the Huskies of Connecticut. Ducharme and Brady, a pair of bigs out there with Ayanna Patterson as well, a bigger lineup for UConn. Zabel is on the wing, shot clock down to 10. KK Arnold in attack mode, backs it home.
And that's great for KK, coming back into the game after a slight injury and then just finishing at the rim. Being aggressive, but patience as well.
Number 2 in maroon, McDaniel, has 21 points. Anderson way short, had the right line though. Arnold has her eyes up the floor. Ducharme, first points of the day, a loud crowd eruption.
And you just love to see it from her. Everyone's cheering her on. She's had such a unique journey up until this point, and you just want to see her do well.
Played by McDaniels on the step through, but lost it off the knee, last touched by Connecticut. That was a shot with confidence there by Ducharme. He was a fan favorite in stores. From Milton, Massachusetts, a local player, so all the heavy hitters in the fam have come out to watch her play today.
Yes.
Mohegan.
I saw her mom and dad over there earlier today, and it was good to see them. She has a brother that plays as well. Pretty good player.
It's a great way to bring people together. Come to the casino to watch basketball.
Hey, not to double down.
Offensive rebound, Arnold streaks and scores. The second chance opportunity created by Jana El Alfi, the setter from Egypt, who has national program experience. First UConn player from Egypt on the team. Played in 40 games last year. There's a foul before the shot. As we 8 in the third and up 5 here in the fourth. Gino Oriema's depth in 25-26 on display. Get to know the name, folks. Tiani McDaniel, the grad student guard, transferred in from Georgetown College. That's in Kentucky. Boston College is her 4th school. She has 23 in this game. Just electrifying on the floor. Up with 3 ball, this one's Greer, short, and BC has, at one point in the game, outlasting UConn from behind the 3-point line. And they've still hit 9 for the game.
Yeah, they were doing that until we foot around and found out about AZ Fudd.
Ducharme barrels into Carmody, and that's a blocking foul on Boston College. With about 4 minutes to go now in regulation. Again, folks, stay tuned here on NBC Sports Boston. Those of you watching on UConn Plus, the men's programs from both institutions play tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Boston College and UConn, 7 Eastern on NBC Sports Boston.
That should be a really good game tonight.
Well, since you're not going to be on the call, you're going to be putting your Celtics cap on.
Yes.
Give us a quick scouting report. What do you think? Quick note on the game tonight.
Well, UConn is the number 5 ranked team in the country. So they're coming in and really trying to improve defensively. The years that they won, they were top 5 in defensive points
Metrics,
allowed,
ratings,
different defensive metrics throughout the year. So they're looking to get back to that. And then you could just never count Coach Grant out on BC. Like last year was an anomaly year where you had a lot of people transfer, but this year his players stayed.
Yes.
So they should have a really good foundation and chemistry coming into this season. Was that good for you?
That's perfect. I think you're spot on. UConn offense, not really worried about.
Not worried about it.
Defensively, can they rise to that elite level?
Yes.
And as you mentioned, Boston College retained some of their better players. It was only 2 years ago Earl Grant won 20 games with the men's program, and they retain ACC Most Improved Player Donald Hand Jr.
And that's when, you know, NIL really became involved with, you know, the scouting and recruiting process, and, and he lost a lot of his players to bigger schools who had NIL that could give their players a chance to make a lot of money that following year, and they had to go. Not that they wanted to go, because they really enjoyed their experience at BC, but you know, sometimes it forces your hand.
Women's squads trying to finish strong. Ducharme unable to bank it home on the run. Minutes in this game now for Gandhi Malumel for UConn, number 42. The first Irish player in Connecticut program history. She started playing basketball at 12 years old. Through the wickets, turnover.
That was funny.
What?
Through the wickets.
Yeah, field goal. Football season. Big target.
Big target.
6'5".
Again, this is one of the biggest front court lineups
since Samuelson,
that I've seen in a
Stewart,
long time.
and Collier.
But they might even be bigger, you know, with you have Ice, Gandhi, like there's just so many of them. There's at least 6 of them that is probably around 6'2". Or taller.
As for Boston College, first minutes for Emma Lopinto, the former Boston College lacrosse standout. Wearing number 13, Lopinto transferred to BC out of Florida. Tees up a 3 and hits it. She has emerged on the scout team, and Lopinto allows the Eagles bench to go into a frenzy.
And that's how you know the importance of a player on their team. Like, she doesn't necessarily play that much. She's on the scout team.
Grad student out of eligibility for lacrosse, and Coach Mack has loved her energy in practice, brings that championship mentality, 2 ACC titles, the national title 2 years ago. And yeah, she played at Manhasset High School, former conference player of the year. The whole bench loved that moment for Emma Lopinto. Henderson drives it, outlet, Trout, pull up. We come up on a minute left. Boston College plays the first 4 games of their regular season at home. They'll start November 3rd against Holy Cross. As for the Connecticut Huskies, they open with Southern Connecticut on October 26th.
We used to play Holy Cross, and you know what they would chant? They would chant, God's on our side.
That's good.
You know what was funny when we were talking to Coach Mack?
What's that?
When she said she recruited me, and I couldn't remember.
And
she took
you felt bad about
I did
that.
feel bad about that.
Did she take it personally?
I don't think she took it personally, but she did get a couple of my friends and teammates that were pretty good at West Virginia when she was there.
Another run-out Anderson foul. And by the way, for Coach Mack, we really enjoyed her conversation. She was in awe speaking to you through the airwaves of Zoom.
I was shocked myself. I was like, I did that? But no, she was really great to talk to, and you know, she mentioned that she continued to follow my career. I went to high school in Wheeling, West Virginia, and she coached at Morgantown at WBU, and so it was only like an hour away. So she probably came to a few of my games.
Well, she's guided Boston College ahead of its preseason ranking in 5 of her 7 seasons entering this year. So don't sleep on the Eagles. With the plethora of guards they have, they should be exciting. Again, as for UConn, they will play one more exhibition on October 26th against Southern Connecticut. They open the year in Germany against Louisville on November 4th. Final seconds trickle down. The reigning champions put on a show in front of a Connecticut crowd, and the common customers performed. Sarah Strong, 17 points. AZ Fudd, 20 points, 5 threes, all in the 3rd quarter. And the newest member to the UConn family, Sarah Williams, a beast inside with 15 points and 5 rebounds.
And I think that one thing that's important is just to balance scoring from both inside and outside. I mean, a lot of the damage was inside in the first half, and really the post players really didn't do that much in the second half. It was all the guards putting in all the work.
Coach Auriemma unofficially begins his 41st season. 1,250 wins. They get another exhibition with Southern Connecticut to fine-tune, do some more tinkering, and 3 weeks from tomorrow, UConn officially begins its title defense. Boston College will have a lot of home cooking, a lot of games in the New England region. They only leave New England once until the new year when they play in ACC competition.